We're here at the Saskatchewan Avenue Revitalization meeting. People are already starting to file in, and we're going to find out what people's initial reactions are on the three different options.
I have very strong feelings about option C, having lived in a place where option C was implemented. And there are all kinds of considerations that designers don't think about when they put in roundabouts. One is that traffic going east and west moves very smoothly, but traffic that runs north and south is held up. So you can get a backlog of cars that can't get into the traffic circle because they have to yield to the car on the left.
Downtown Portage does need some help, definitely. For myself, I think option C is the best. Really and truly, if we're trying to move Portage into the future, then let's move into the future. Let's not just kick around the edges of it. We need to do something. Let's do something. Let's have something that people are going to be proud of to look at, to spend time downtown. That possibly, hopefully, will draw more businesses and more people downtown.
And I'm really happy with the bike trails, and I'd like to see the roundabouts come that would be for the future.
I am for looking into how to beautify downtown. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'd rather spend the money first on being able to walk all the way to the co-op or to the Canadians. So I'd rather spend money there.
I've actually, over the last few years, I've had the opportunity just to be in different places where they've had roundabouts. And I know the very first time I went through it, I was like, how do you maneuver this? At the end, it does take a little bit to get used to them, but they're slick.
What I do like about them is that they all include bike lanes, which I think is an asset to the city of Portage. I also like that I believe in 2 out of the 3 plans, maybe all 3, they are making the sidewalk space a little bit bigger, which down the road might be conducive to having patio spaces outside of restaurants and sort of creating more of a nightlife and a patio life and a more of a vibrant sort of restaurant scene, which I think is very key to a core, at the core of any sort of downtown city.
I like the idea of bikers being safe, and I like the idea of it being close to the sidewalk where it's easy for them to access their stores and that without going in front of cars. And so that's what I like about it.
I see some limitations with option C, and I want to be sure that we have dealt with all of them if we're going to go in that direction. I understand that a lot of people want to keep some of the heavy equipment and truck traffic out of the center of the city, and certainly we need to look at some ways to do that, but I'm not sure that physically restricting them is the best way to do it.
I like option C the best. It actually gives downtown some kind of an identity, and it's going to cost more. Property taxes, whatever, is going to go up. But long term, 20 years from now, if I sell my house, I'm probably going to make more on it having a revitalized Portage than I would save from having lower taxes over those 20 years. That's my thoughts on the matter. So if you're going to tear it up and do all this stuff, then you might as well do it right. You might as well be worth it 20 years from now. Then option A to me doesn't really do that. So might as well go full bore and see it.